Payson, Arizona always gives me weird vibes. I don't know what it is about that place, but every time I go there, I feel uneasy. Now, it's this beautiful mountain town, but it's also very secluded. And it happens to be home to one of the most famous alien abduction cases. But there was a really creepy story that I heard out of the Payson area. There was this man named John. John said that his grandfather owned this 100-acre ranch outside of Payson. And he said he had hired this Native American man to take care of his sheep. And he lived there on this ranch in a small trailer. Well, one day, John's grandfather goes out to check on this man. And so he drives through the mountains out to his ranch. And when he arrives to the trailer, he is shocked to see that all of his sheep have been slaughtered and they are missing their skin. Something had basically taken the fur off. And he immediately thinks that something is wrong. So he jumps out of his truck and he goes to the trailer and he finds that it's locked. He starts banging on the door, calling for this man. He can't get in. So he goes around to a window, he breaks out the window, and he gets inside the trailer. And there he finds this man huddled in the corner, terrified, shaking, and in very bad shape. And he said this man kept saying this one word over and over again, and he couldn't understand what he was saying. It was his language, and he didn't know what it meant. So he tries talking to this guy, but the guy is just in too bad of shape. So he gets him in his truck, and he says, I need to get him somewhere and get him some help. He starts leaving the trailer, starts going down this mountainous road, and all of a sudden, he looks out the right side of the window, and he sees something running alongside the truck. He describes it as a deer that's been flipped inside out, and it is running on two legs. And it was keeping pace with his truck, and he's going about 45 miles an hour. And he said this thing kept following them, and he, accelerated up to 60, up to 70, and it was still keeping pace with him. He said that's when this man started saying that same word over and over again that he was saying in the trailer. And he realized he is saying what he thinks this thing is. He's calling it by its name or whatever it is. Finally, this thing runs in front of the truck. His grandfather swerves, goes off the mountain, and they crash. The man who worked for his grandfather, he passed away. And so he was never able to talk to him about what had happened. His grandfather managed to live to tell the tale. But shortly after that, his grandfather sold that ranch and would never go back to that place.